Establishing balance. So we all may hear about establishing balance, but what does it mean for us as individuals experiencing this life? For me, establishing balance within myself is a matter of perception. Everything within this existence is perception based, and within our perceptions are ultimately frequency. So for me, balancing perception is about balancing frequency within our existence. One thing which helps me identify and grow within this balance is identifying the perception of the mind and the perception of the heart. When we use this to communicate a sense of free will, we can start to identify that the frequency of the mind is sometimes very misleading. It's a matter of perception, and if we get lost within the perception of the mind, a lot of the time we can spend our time going down paths which we feel don't lead us to a sense of satisfaction. They don't lead us to a sense of contentment. They don't lead us to a sense of freedom. And that's really amazing when we look at it, because if we live our lives purely by our minds, because our minds are very good at being rational, at being direct, our minds are very good at of believing in something, and we have to ultimately be the master of clairvoyance, or the master of keeping an open mind, because what in the moment we may think is good for us or right for us or true for us, or it could be ultimately misleading. This thought, this perception could be misleading us down a path, and it may take quite a while for us to identify that path, that initial thought wasn't good for us. Nothing is negative at the end of the day. So what we may identify is not good for us only will lead to us enhancing our existence. So however, in saying that, in the moment, what we may identify that is not working with us may bring some upset within ourselves, because we come to a crossroad where we identify that the path which we thought was right is now no longer serving us. It's no longer bringing me the perception of truth. And it can be quite challenging to divert off that path, because we need to come to grips with identifying that our minds may not always be giving us the right information in the moment. And that's where we just ultimately look at how our system, how our reality, how our whole existence is designed to encapture us and dilute and mislead us into living an existence which may not reach its true potential. And when I say true potential, all I mean is the identifying with infinite possibility, infinite expression of possibility. Because when we identify with infinite possibility, we collapse all the belief systems, we collapse all the programming, we collapse everything, and we identify with infinite possibility, infinite expression of possibility, which is ultimately infinity. And that is effectively the formula which we need to escape from any perception-based manipulation. And within perception-based manipulation is every frequency which isn't true to us. And we can go into, with that said, you can look at, all the negativity, all the brainwashing of drama, densities of vibration such as, depression, frustration, anger. They only exist within a perception-based belief system. And when we escape from this perception manipulation, we expand into infinity itself, which has the potential to manifest all those frequencies and identities. However, we lever ourselves away from that energy and come into a space of oneness, of all that is and ever can be. And that is our true destiny, we could say, is to expand outwards while still being in this physical reality. At least what we perceive is. And that's magic, that's worth keeping in our minds, is that once we do expand out, we can use that leverage to always observe what's going on in our reality whilst being connected with this knowing of all that is outside of this reality. And that is the key to not get trapped back in this frequency system that we call planet Earth.